Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Davion Farris, and you're now checking out YouKnowIGotSoul.com.
I want to get started. I actually had a chance to interview Kendrick Dean, I think a couple of months back, and he was telling me about, you guys and the Woodworks and, the writing team. And he told me that you guys were all, comprised of family members. So, how did you guys all decide to do music together?
Well, really, it started way back when we were kids. Our parents all are in music in one way or another. My mom being a minister of music at the church, my uncle being a musical director now for Shaka Khan, but he's played for anyone you can name pretty much. And so we were brought up in it. And once we, reached the age of maturity, we already kind of knew what it is that we wanted to do.
Okay, okay.
Now, to come together.
Oh, okay. Now, I find this kind of interesting because you guys are a group of writers. You guys write together. So, what is the writing process like?
Well, usually, it varies, I'd say. Sometimes we might go in and somebody might already have an idea. A lot of times we go into tracks that are either produced by Tiffany, T-Groups, D-Smoke, or one of our other affiliate producers. And then we kind of brainstorm and start off with a concept, then lyrics and melody start to kind of fall in line. Sometimes we might come with a complete idea. Sometimes one person might come with a complete idea, which would be like a hook and a verse or something, and then everybody and whoever else they would like to work on it just gets on it and comes up with the best material we can.
Cool, cool. Now, I've actually had an opportunity to, speak with a lot of writers, up and coming, and, writers in the game already, and a lot of them say that they don't like co-writing with others. So, how are you guys able to work so well together?
Well, part of it is that we're family, and when we were coming up in the industry, it always started as a team. That's just something I was always preached to us growing up as kids, is sticking together and working as a team.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the writing thing, already being family and growing up that way, it wasn't really hard to make adjustments.
Okay, okay. Now, with the name The Woodworks, how did you guys come up with that name?
Well, we're from Inglewood, California, and so it kind of just spawned from that. It was pretty straightforward, actually.
Okay. Of course, you guys have the new mixtape that just came out, the catalog, for the people who haven't had a chance to hear it yet, what can they expect on that mixtape?
They can expect good music, that's the general review that we keep on giving. But they can expect, nice hard-hitting hip-hop. They can expect a smooth R&B if that's more of their style, more of their tempo, and everything in between, really.
Okay.
What they can expect is that from a family of musicians, that they're going to get some really good, genuine music, not just the poppy, trendy stuff.
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to ask you about that because, as a writer, there's always a balance between writing something that's trendy and poppy and then something that's, real to you guys. And of course, we know on the radio now, a lot of the stuff is trendy. So how do you kind of make that balance?
Well, we first off, really, we don't try to listen to, very much radio, if any at all, really. And we kind of stay self-contained. We know what kind of music we like. We know what inspires us. I know for myself, specifically, a lot of, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, Donny Hathaway. I know everybody says those, and of course Michael Jackson. But those are my influences, my biggest influences growing up, and still to this day. So we kind of try to reach further back than what's going on right now.
Okay. A producer I know you guys have worked with extensively is Brian Michael Cox. So, what has that experience been like, and how did you guys originally link up with him?
Well, first off, it's been awesome. Brian is a real humble dude, especially for to be as blessed as he's been in the industry with the success. He's still a down to earth kind of guy, kind of a mentor, so to speak. I know I picked up a certain amount of things from him as far as work ethic and what it takes to really keep yourself going in this game. And but that started off because we were working at the time with Shani Gonzalez and Jaha Johnson. Actually, I believe Shani is the one who hooked it up, though. She is now at Def Jam, but she was formerly at Atlantic Records, which is under Warner Music Group, was signed to Warner Chappell. So they kind of hooked up that connection because Brian is also signed to Warner Chappell, and we did some good work for the first time. We did some stuff that would have been on Usher had it not gotten leaked, but since then we got the Genuine placement. We just recently been with him to work on Keisha Cole and Trey Songz, so hopefully both of those go.
Okay. I actually wanted to ask you about those two songs that you mentioned. The first one is Echo by Usher. What do you remember most about that song? Take me through the creating of that song.
I remember my brother actually coming to me with an idea that he and one of our other writing partners, Moses, has already started working on, and I loved it. Like Brian sent us the track over. He sent us over actually like a short playlist or whatever, and that was one of the tracks that stood out. So as soon as my brother came to me with the idea, I was like, that's a no-brainer. Let's finish it. And we sent it, recording it, and the only part that sucked is the first time I got to actually hear his version. But that was it was still a cool opportunity. It helped get our buzz or keep our buzz up as far as the industry is concerned, which gives you more opportunities for words and make connections and all that stuff.
Yeah, definitely. And then talk about that other song that you did with Genuine, Frozen. How did you come up with that one?
That the Frozen record, we actually were flown out to St. Louis to work by Warner. We were flown out to St. Louis by Warner Chappell to work with Brian. He called us and set up the session and the trip. And that was the third record we had done in 3 nights. And we were up, I don't know, probably like, that's one of the nights in the studio we stayed up till like 6 in the morning recording or whatever. And my brother Smoke actually came up with the chant, the frozen over, which became the main tagline in the song.
Yep.
And that was kind of history.
Okay, and then the last song that I want to ask you about is actually one of your first major placements, and that's Jaheim's Never. Yeah, tell me about that one.
That was another one that came in big from my brother Smoke. He came to us. He already had half the song written. He had the track produced. I was just fortunate enough to get on and write the bridge and help arrange the record. And that one really took off for us. That was our first moderate success in the industry. So we're just hoping to continue to build from there.
Okay, and I know you mentioned it earlier, but who else are you currently working with?
Well, I'm working with a new cat named Julius Holiday. He's from I want to say St. Louis.
Okay.
New young cat though. He's kind of dope. We got a couple records in. We're working on some stuff with Brandy, of course. Trey Songz again, and there are a couple more new producers. Jay Pound, a new cat out of LA. He's real incredible dude. And then there's also, of course, T. Gooch out of Arkan. She's a young producer. She has some stuff on Missy. She has a song called Hip Hop Don't Die that's already been locked in. They've already, they already pulled that one. So we've been working with, just continuing to push forward.
Yeah, and if you had the chance to work with somebody that you haven't worked with already, who would it be? Or maybe just someone that you've already worked with.
Um, would I like to work with? I haven't. I mean, there are a bunch of people. I'd say, hmm, oh, you know what? I like to work with Janae Aiko. She's a new artist, but she's really dope. I like her stuff. It's not like, again, it's not that trendy poppy stuff, but it's young, it's fresh, and she can really sing. So that's somebody I definitely would like to work with.
Okay. And then just a couple more questions for you. I read in your bio that the Woodworks, they have a really strong musical background, and I was talking to Kendrick, and he was telling me one of the main things one of the main advices he would give to up and coming songwriters is to have a strong musical background. So, do you think having that gives you an advantage over a writer who doesn't?
Yeah, it speeds up the writing process, I'd say, and then of course it helps you to flesh out the bad ideas more quickly. Everybody comes up with it, no matter who you are. But the quicker you can get past them and start getting to the good stuff, the better off your work will be. So,
Okay, okay. Those are all the questions that I had prepared for you. Is there anything that you'd like to add?
no, that's about it. That's expensive.
Awesome, man. And is there a place where the fans can contact you via Twitter, Facebook?
Definitely, they can check me out. Facebook.com/I am Davion F. They can also find me at Twitter at I am Davion F.